Hi, my name is Saman. I'm the Chief Product Officer at Kitopi. I run all things product and tech. Kitopi is a kitchen as a service solution. We're coining the word CaaS instead of SaaS. And what we do is cook and deliver on behalf of other restaurants. We define it as a managed cloud kitchen network. A cloud kitchen is a kitchen that has been optimized only for delivery orders, the orders that you receive online. And what we have is a network of cloud kitchens in currently 5 countries where we cook and deliver on behalf of these other restaurants. So when it comes to building a team and setting a culture, we had a lot of expectations when we started off. Me and my partners would sit in a room right before we were still planning the business, and we said, what would employment at Kitopi look like? And it was very Google-like. It was all transparency and happiness. We started defining really cool role titles: employee happiness manager, customer happiness managers, and then we went out to work. Right? We created aesthetically pleasing offer letters. We defined some values, at least what we thought our values were at the time. And we went ahead and started recruiting. And it really panned out the way we envisioned the first, I would say, couple of weeks. Right? Couple of weeks, it was great. Everybody sitting with each other in a room. It was a very closely knit family-like ambiance. And then we saw success. Our service was in demand. We were growing really fast. We started toying with the ideas of raising a round, and with that came milestones and expectations. We started talking to much larger prospective customers who had expectations that we committed to. And then we started growing as a team, growing rapidly. Within 19 months, we went from a very small team to 1,000+ people. And with that came aggressive recruitment. I remember in month 3, we recruited 125+ people within one given month. We didn't have that HR infrastructure. We didn't have that team behind it. So what happened? Those people were just recruited and unleashed to the workforce, which it came with consequences. They weren't well prepared. They weren't inducted. They didn't understand the vision, the values, the objectives that we were striving for. They were just cooking in a kitchen. Now we balanced that out with the fact that we were on the ground, so that did help. We were sitting there right by their side, working very hard, which served as a source of inspiration. With that intensity, certain people shined out brighter. They showed the ability to deliver quick. And I would say that it was a conscious decision. We knew this was going to occur. We weren't blown out of surprise. We knew that if we recruit this aggressively and start getting them to work that fast, that it won't provide the best outcome. But we did it knowingly that we would repair it within the shortest time span, because we knew if it went to a certain size, it would be too difficult to fix. Also, one was we wanted to create a culture that was fueled by people working hard, right? We all want that. When you have this sense of ownership and you're creating, one of our values was a sense of ownership. And you look for entrepreneurs that would go out their way and make things happen at any cost. It's a reflection of who you are as an entrepreneur, and you look for that in the people you recruit as well. So you come up with ways to motivate it. Now, initially, we literally defined a 6-day working week because we wanted to align expectations of everyone coming in. It was far easier just to say, look, we're going to be working 6 days a week. I hope you're happy with that. Let's get to work. That wasn't the right way. Like, looking at it now, the hard work and perseverance that you want to see in your workforce needs to organically morph as they strive to complete goals and objectives, setting OKRs and the like. That would have been the more appropriate way. That's the way we go about it today, versus telling them you have to be at work. Other ways we tried to tackle that was with ESOP plans. Now, this is more of I would say, a regional challenge over here. The ESOPs don't hold as much value as they do, at least in some parts of the West, if you're sitting in the heart of Silicon Valley, where everybody's seeing the fruit of those plans. Here you have a few companies that have sort of educated the market. It's getting there. I can see it. It's morphing, but depending on what segment of the workforce you're catering them to, it would hold more or less value depending on that situation. So it wasn't enough. That much was clear with us. They had to be motivated by the vision. And that vision had to be clearly defined, and it had to be clearly communicated over to the team so that they can actually strive towards it. Ultimately, when you look at your entire team members, what reunites them all in interest, it should be that vision. That's why they're all here, and that's what gets them to work, go the extra mile in their day-to-day. Knowing what I know now, what we did well versus what we could have done better, I'd say one was working on the ground, being accessible to employees. That was something that was done very well and was a good source of inspiration to people. Second is our approach to compromising, hiring so many people within a short time span and repairing it later. I wouldn't change that. I would have simply shortened the span of time associated with it. Rather than doing it over a much longer time, it becomes harder to repair. Third is hiring a chief people person earlier, having him on board earlier to help us define the company, the culture, the values, putting OKRs in place that drive the sort of work ethic we were looking for versus saying 6 days a week. And fourth is putting more systems, processes in place. In our case, implementing an ERP solution, being a production or manufacturing space. That would have helped streamline the onboarding much more effectively than we did.